welcome to the channel. Today I'm taking you on a little adventure. We are going to a sightseeing spot and historical site in Tokyo that's not on the usual tourist map. It's just not close to the other places like Shibuya and Asakusa, so not a lot of tourists get down here. But this place is actually deeply tied to one of the most famous stories in Japan. Today we're going to go see the grave sites of the 47 Ronin. Okay, the plan for this video is, first of all, I'm going to tell the kind of Cliff Notes version of the story for those of you who aren't familiar with it or have forgotten the details. And before I do that though, I want to announce that I have dropped the first episode of my podcast, the Journal of Japan Journeys. It's different than this channel because in that podcast I'm interviewing long-term foreign residents in Japan from all different walks of life. Basically, it's all about their story, the how and why they ended up in Japan and made this the place where they are going to live indefinitely. So if you're interested in stories like that, please look for it on basically all of the major podcast platforms. So, all right, let's start heading to the temple. Basically, it's pretty easy to find because the name of the temple is Senkakuji, and the train station that's closest to it is called Senkakuji Station. It's basically like a block away, so you get out of the A2 gate and it's right there. Now before I go inside, just a quick Cliff Notes version of the story. It involves two samurai lords, Lord Kira and Lord Asano. Basically, the shogun commanded that Lord Kira was supposed to mentor Asano in basically the manners of court behavior, and they did not get along well. The two men, basically Kira bullied Asano, insulted him, belittled him, etc. And as a result, it finally got to be too much for him, and Asano actually, in the hall of the shogun, drew his blade and attacked Kira, cutting him on the cheek. Now, this was against the law. You are not allowed to draw a weapon in the shogun palace, much less attack someone with it. And so Lord Asano was ordered to commit ritual suicide, seppuku, which he did. And because of that, that meant that his retainers and his samurai were now masterless. Now, to do your duty in those days as a samurai would be to avenge your master, but because this was something that was done against the shogun's law, the shogun, of course, forbade the samurai from taking their revenge. So Lord Kira, though, still expected that they would try, and so he basically got more samurai around him and upped his protection. So the now masterless Ronin samurai of the Asano clan, basically they had to plan their attack. And so they decided that, 47 of them decided that they were going to lay low. And they basically split up, took jobs as tradesmen, some became monks, and their leader, Oishi, actually went to the Kansai area and basically became a drunkard, visiting brothels and getting drunk every day. Basically, a year and a half later, Lord Kira's spies were telling him that, yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to try anything, and so they finally relaxed their guard, and this is when the 47 Ronin decided to, or they got back together and decided to go forward with their plan. On a snowy night, they attacked the Kira household, and most of them attacked the front gate, although there was a group of 4 led by Oishi's son, Chikara, who attacked the rear gate. They subdued Kira's retainers and samurai, and then they found Lord Kira hiding in basically a storage area in a secret inner courtyard. And when he basically refused to commit seppuku, Oishi cut off his head with the same blade that his master had attacked Lord Kira with initially. They paraded through the streets, bringing the head of Kira here. And I'm told that in the museum here they actually have the original receipt written out with all of the signatures for having received the head. The shogun was now in a difficult place. They had committed an act against his decree, but they had fulfilled their duties as samurai by avenging their master. And so the shogun decided that they would be put to death, but not killed like common criminals. They would be given the honor of being allowed to commit seppuku as well, after which they were interred here at this temple. And all except for one. One was sent as a messenger to the Asano estates, and when he returned to Edo, the shogun pardoned him, and he actually lived out a longer life, but is also interred here with the other 46 of his comrades and Lord Asano's remains as well. I'm probably not going to talk very much when I'm in there, just out of respect. I'm just going to film and show things and probably do subtitles later. But yeah, I'll probably keep the talking to a minimum. So let's go see, take a look.
にちは。
皆様にご供養でお線香をお供えいただいております。では300円になります。
すみません、1万円札しかないんですけど、大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。 大丈夫です。
すいません。Now this may sound cheesy, but I found that to be tremendously moving. As you can see, there were not a lot of people there. I thought to go here today because we are on the eve of Obon. Obon season or holiday starts tomorrow, and that's the time when you pay respect for those who have passed, and you go and you clean the graves of your ancestors, etc. So I thought I'd come here and pay my respects today. It's easy to understand, hearing the story, why it's resonated through the generations, because it's just such a great tale of honor and unwavering loyalty that really speaks to something in the human soul. Yeah, I even get a little bit choked up about it. But at any rate, thank you for coming along with me today. And if you're in Tokyo sometime and you're looking for something that's not going to be dreadfully crowded but will be a meaningful experience nonetheless, come over to Senkakuji. I think that it's worth the trip if you have the time. Thank you very much for watching this particular video, and I will catch you next time. Peace.